Hello everybody and welcome back to Pathfinder Plays and our segment, Dead Matter Random Questions, where I give you the answers to questions you didn't even know you wanted. Here we go. Shrine asked, will door locks work like Rust where you can open and close doors while they are locked, or will door locks work like Miscreated where you have to unlock a door to open it? Regikur said, currently you have to lock and unlock them. Any idea how long the closed alpha will be? Basically until we're comfortable with releasing to early access. We're not expecting a super long closed alpha, but stuff happens. I will say, I would be very disappointed if it wasn't a long closed alpha. I guess it depends on what their definition of long is, but if we're going through all these different delays for just like a week long closed alpha, I might be a little bit salty. Coloco Coco says, crafting with organic materials like hides and human skin, bone crafting. Haunting Hank says, from animals yes, humans not sure. This is regarding the story mode, which there isn't one. Trash Attack says, is there going to be some sort of story mode or is it just surviving? Hank says, newspapers are one of many sources of lore you can discover, but yeah, there will not be any story mode. I mentioned this in an earlier video. Newspaper articles, police reports, graffiti, letters, things like that, you're going to be able to piece together personal stories and apply those stories to the overarching societal degradation that the game takes place in just a few weeks after the collapse of civilization. Coloco Coco asks, cannibalism? Hank says, that's planned. Sinky01 is a weirdo, and he says, isn't that a bit extreme? And Hank rightfully puts him in his place, and he says, people get really desperate in dire times. Fact. Alright, cannibalism is extreme. However, is it really that extreme if there's no more productions, no more canned goods being produced, animals start dying or being diseased, and the only crops that are available would then eventually be closely monitored by the most powerful factions or group of people? Is it extreme? Perhaps, but is it understandable? I would say so. The Red Cucumber, not to be confused with the regular green cucumber, says, will there ever be an open alpha beta? And the reason why I put this one in here is because Haunting Hank put in the disclaimer that will there be a free access? No, it's going to be a closed alpha only, not open alpha and beta. Will there be mod support? Yes, says Spooky Shirk, but not in closed alpha. But later on in early access, says Hank. Will there be at any point in the closed alpha that players will be able to stream or make content? Spooky Shirk says no, but Gunslinger says it depends if we are comfortable with how the game plays. Not sure who to believe right there. Perhaps it's both. Perhaps it's a planned no, and maybe Gunslinger is just being realistic and saying it's more like a soft no, as in it could change. Is it possible to step out of life, like in DayZ, for if you just want to respawn? If so, will it have an animation? First off, I love the fact that he labels suicide as stepping out of life. That's so cool. But yes, that's what he means, and we will be able to commit suicide in order for respawn purposes or desperation purposes and reload somewhere else. Will vehicles have modifications like armor or weapons? Yes. Will guns have durability or like need cleaning and stuff? You'll need to clean them or they could jam. Yeah. And the last one, guys, is important to me personally. I asked in the Discord if there will be a difference in how weapons maneuver in a vehicle, because in the video I posted yesterday, you all saw that there are different barrel lengths for rifles or long guns. In the military or law enforcement community that I'm a part of, everyone knows and everyone is trained that if you're in a vehicle, shorter barreled rifles are more maneuverable, they're more efficient, they're able to get up and scope in, they're better to hip fire while sitting, they're just smaller, more compact, but they shoot the same rifle round obviously, so they're just overall better for close combat situations. With the interior of the vehicle, I would consider to be a close combat situation. It also goes for clearing rooms. That's why a few people favor perhaps even pistols over a maxed out length rifle for clearing buildings and rooms. And he actually responded with a surprising, I don't know why it's surprising to me, but it was surprising that they thought of this game mechanic. But they said having a shorter barrel will definitely affect the passenger trying to aim from a vehicle, and it will also affect players that transition from outdoors to indoors, as the longer barrel will have issues in the close quarters. That is super flipping cool to me, guys. And I know that they showed like weapon collision on the walls, that you'll go down to like a low ready instead of an at ready position, but still, I like the detail with that. I also asked, because they said they were implementing flashlights being able to be held with a pistol at the same time. In the United States, different police departments are trained in different flashlight carrying techniques, and these vary from department to department, from local to state to federal, and the federals, they have their own different ways of carrying flashlights. There's the FBI way, there's the CIA way, there's all these different ways. And so I asked if there's variations of how you could carry a flashlight. There's ways where if you are in a dark room and you're behind a pillar, you can hold up a flashlight on the left side of the pillar, but aim down your sights on the right-hand side of the pillar. People who see that will usually shoot towards the light because they associate that light with where your face is or your upper torso. So it's kind of like a deception maneuver, but I think it would be very handy in a game like this that focuses so much on attention to detail, rather than just having the stereotypical pistol cradled underneath your pistol hand, aiming down in the same location as your pistol. It would be cool to be able to move the flashlight around somehow in a given situation. But guys, that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed this Dead Matter random Q&A. I hope that you got answers to questions you didn't even know you had, but actually found interesting. If you guys stuck around, thank you very much. And if you did stick around, that means you got some value and enjoyment out of this video, so please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell button, especially if you like scares, survivals, and scavenging. And I will see you guys in the next one. Path out.